Gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody, is Crow Santino in the building. Yay!
Da da da.
Where don't start?
Da da da.
I got pace, bitch, know they move like you be drunk. Super boy, mommy didn't want him if you touch me.
And Mandy and the Jungle, and I love that. I love this as well. But do you think that people just typecast you as that? Like that is the only type of, or the only genre of music that he does? So when you then put out this one, it was like, kilele.
No,
What's happening?
So yeah, okay. So this is just the truth of the whole thing. Yeah. So I feel like my fan base is divided into three. There's people who've been with me since the jump, me rapping when I was and
the Aussie BPs.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's guys who've been with me since Susie when I actually started making projects.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, when I dropped Mandy, we did a 3-track run, which was Freaky, Sparky, and Rapid Fire.
Yeah.
So that created a narrative that maybe those are the type of jams I make, because if we change the songs that I brought out and we did maybe Movlana, DSM, and like no one would actually look at me in this thing. And I feel like one thing too is like, because of it was just a lot of things, and then at the same time too is like, I mean, we did Freaky and we did Rapid Fire, and like I like horror movies. Like who doesn't like horror movies? Who doesn't do horror? Like who doesn't like horror films? Like it's cool. And then I put it in my videos and stuff, and then everybody's like,
what is
this? Like what is going on? What is this? But it's like, yo, like I like scary films. I like Zen. Like there's nothing wrong there. Like okay, me and my guys are all wearing black. And we're just
it was a cult thing then. That was
they say
cult
okay,
thing
it's cultism. I'm like, bro, like we're just wearing black and chilling. Like I like black clothes. So I just feel like the guys who started to write all those things just started like portraying stuff. And what is actually really scary about those things is that we don't talk so much. Like I don't talk so much. Like I've come here only once, and the last time I came here, I was even like, it's still like online. Like I was so shy. How it's going to?
How are you? Welcome to the show. You seem like really chill or sad or tired. Which one?
I'm pretty much chill. I was speaking. I was talking like, and so it's like we don't talk that much, and then someone who doesn't really know about you is talking about you, and then people don't know about you. So it's like when you go online to search for me, it's like the first 3 things you're going to see is what someone that doesn't know about you is saying. And I feel like that's kind of wrong, because people don't get the power of like writing stuff. Like you can't write what you don't know, because people don't know about us. So it's like they're going to read that and be like, because sometimes I think in 2019, the day I dropped Mandy, I did something with some guy from Billboard, and he had done his research, but his research was on what he read about us that wasn't true. So I had to just tell him like, bro, like chill. So why like I took this time and I did this, because like I didn't want to keep just being that person that people think I am, because there's so much more to me. Like I'm like a gamer. Like there's so much, there's like things I like that I can't do if I keep on trying to just like conform to that one side. And it wouldn't make me happy. Like because in 2020 I made a project that was like Mandy. It could have done, like those guys would have been satisfied and been like, yeah, but like in my heart, like I know that I wouldn't get to where I'm going to, because that's not completely me. And people who know me like know that. And in the same time again, like I feel like there's just like a thing in Nigeria, I feel that like needs to actually just like change. And I feel like it's just the fact that it's like there's so much music in the world. Like people make songs for plants, people make songs for dogs, people make like you can't now say that because I'm making something that I want to make is not like valid. Like it's fine for you not to like it, but I am doing it because someone in their house can hear it and like it and make something else from that. There's so many kids that I know that they just want to make the songs they want to make, and that was me growing up. So now that I'm in this space, I'm just like, yeah, like why not do that? Like why would I still like try and make something to please someone or something? And all the people that might be mad at what I made now, I feel like, I don't know, like I'm sorry that I couldn't make what you wanted me to make, because I feel like this is me being true to myself and me being true to me. And yeah, at the same time too, like, I mean, when I read that thing, like I was because I mean, like that guy, like that's his P. He bashed me. When I dropped Mandy, I mean, he gave me like a 7/10, but he was like, oh, this thing was a slow burner in a bouquet of something. But I'm like, bro, like you've never like met me before. Like, how do you know I'm a rich sport kid that is hiding in this thing or that thing or that thing? Like, that's such a funny perception. And again, there's already that thing in Nige. It's like when you see someone that is different, you already just have that perception. So it's like you're now the voice for those people that think like that already. So it's like you're now like, so it's like they will read it and be like, hey, it's true, like yes. Because that day I was just seeing so many takes and I was just like, bruh, like what is all of this?
Some people will say, okay, fine, people don't know you, but are you available for people to know? Like if this person wanted to speak to you now and get to know you, do an interview, would you be available for that?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, that's the thing. I feel like when this whole thing like started to gain buzz and like people from the narrative and like all of that, I feel like why we didn't come out that much was still because of the same thing. It was like a perception thing, because it's like if somewhere is safe, like you would go there and speak now, but like you get like how Nige is like. It's not like you don't, like girls complain daily that they can't dress how they want to people, so it's like how Nige is already. So it's like it's not a safe space, but it's like we in our space created that safe space for guys who want to be themselves to just come. So we all just stayed with ourselves, because the truth is that like if you let where you're from like deter you from what you're trying to do, like you're going to have like a hard time. So it's like that safe space is key, because if I was not in a safe space, how am I going to have the like freedom to try out stuff or do stuff when the next guy would tell you that, oh, what are you doing? Do you think you're in here or there? I don't know. So it's just a safe space, man. But like I'm down to do anything. Like I'm down to talk. I'm down to always do. But most importantly, I just feel like why I didn't really speak much then was because, first of all, there was just a misconception to so many things. Like people didn't know that I directed my videos. People didn't know that I color. People don't know I edit. People don't actually know. They just see me as, oh, this part was singing man that is jumping around and raging. And I'm like, God, that's not my narrative. Or like I'm way deeper than that. And you can't put that on me. Like I'm going to show you who I am. And even with Subaru, it's like if you've been following me for the past year, there's no how you wouldn't know that my sound had changed, because everything I was doing was going up to that thing. So it's like those fans were the fans that it's like, okay, Santi has dropped an album, let me go and check. But fans who had been waiting for me knew that, okay, this
is what it was going to sound like.
Yeah.
This is these are the influences.
Yeah.
And
I made a soundtrack to my anime that I want to build. So it's meant to sound magical. It's meant to sound crazy. Like that's just it. And like I say this thing before, it's like you don't know what your sound is going to do for the next set of people who are going to hear it and make their own sound, because they have to have that like freedom to make stuff without fear, because when they can do that, like they'll change the world. And like that's just like, I don't mind bearing the cross, but kids love it, people love it, people are doing this, and it's going to bring out more things and strike more things. So I mean, it's cool.